Okay, we are live. What if I told you that relying on willpower is actually sabotaging your weight loss efforts? Let me go ahead and turn my mic on here because I just realized it is not on. If you're here, you've probably tried every diet and you feel stuck. And that was me for years. This is why I wanted to come on here and share my experience because I feel like there's so many women that are feeling stuck. And it's really not that hard. For years when I was in fitness, that's what fitness brainwashed me to tell people, right? Move more, eat less. And when I was competing, I actually had to even measure my food. And then every time I would not have the willpower to do it, I would feel like I failed. And it's not that I failed, it's that it was impossible to stay on this stupid meal plan where I had to even measure my food. And that's how I feel about diets these days. These diets are making you think and feel that you're failing, that you are not good enough, right? It's only confirming the inner belief that you're not good enough. And chances are you're already feeling that on the inside because 99.9% of people do. So I'm going to tell you the truth here that I don't think many people talk about. I've never heard anybody talk about it. The real reason that you're not seeing lasting results, I will share things that I share with my private clients, and that changes you forever. Okay. So the problem that you have been doing that's not working is you're obsessing over food, you're counting macros, you've been told to eat macros, and let me guess, you can never reach your protein. Let me change the setting here. Hopefully this is better. You can never reach your protein in the macros. You're tracking your steps. You are trying different meal plans. You're trying different diets, and nothing seems to be really working. You feel like you can stay good until life happens, until you give in, until there's a cupcake. And that only reinforces, like I said, your feeling of not good enough. Oh, I don't have willpower. Oh, I'm just not good enough. Oh, I should try better. I know what to do, but I'm not doing it. You tend to start on a Monday or January 1st. You tend to, want to start over. Okay. What is the definition of madness? Doing the same thing over and over again, expecting different results. You're waiting for the next diet plan. Every new diet plan sounds great. It sounds like a real solution, and you jump on it. So you think that, oh, I haven't tried keto. Maybe keto is going to work because I've seen this bunch of people that it works for. And you feel like you've tried everything at this point, and your body just seems to be working against you. It's like you feel like no matter what you do, no matter what you try, you either stay the same or you gain weight, or maybe you lose some, but then you gain even more back. So I'm going to tell you something right now that you need to dwell on and give some space to process. Are you ready? It's not about knowing more. It's about becoming someone new on the inside. You have to change who you believe that you are. Most people believe they're not worthy, they're not deserving. And then, our brain creates beliefs based on past experiences. So if nothing works so far, your brain's like, well, nothing's going to work again because we have evidence to show that nothing's going to work. That's not really true. So you have to change who you are on the inside. That doesn't mean changing your diet right away. That doesn't mean changing, your scale or the way you measure things or macros. That doesn't mean changing the app that you're using. It means changing who you are within. This is why things have not worked in the past, because you believe that you're not worthy. You believe that you don't deserve it. You believe something that's obviously not true, but you believe it enough to keep repeating the same actions that sabotage who you are, that sabotage your effort. This is why you go for the next diet or meal plan, you get a different app, you get a different trainer, and you're still like, okay, nothing's still changing permanently because you still believe you're not worthy. You still believe it's never going to happen for you. And until that changes, there is no permanent shift. Sorry to tell you that. This is why it's not about trying it in the physical. It's not the diet. When you change what you believe about yourself, you will automatically change what you eat. It's so simple. Well, simple, not easy. So if I truly accept myself and believe that I'm worthy, and I truly love myself, I am not going to go for, unhealthy food, maybe one meal every once in a while if it's a social thing. But I just believe that I'm worthy more than that. My body is my temple, right? And if you don't believe that, or if you don't believe you don't deserve it, it's typically the worthiness. Another common one is I can't have it all. So a lot of times people who are successful in business and in relationship, they sabotage themselves when it comes to health. So here's the part that creates the lasting change. Let's get into it, okay? The identity shift is, let me put it this way. You cannot out-discipline a poor self-image. I'm going to say that again. You cannot out-discipline a poor self-image. So what does that mean? It means you're trying to be disciplined. You're hearing David Goggins talk about discipline. You're talking, you hear about people going to the gym regularly and you're like, I just can't do it. Life happens because you have a poor self-image. So one thing that has to shift is how you think and feel about yourself. And that's a process. You can choose to change that today, but it takes time to rewire. So you have to do the mindset work. You have to change your thoughts, therefore your feelings, therefore your actions, and therefore your results. People just go to actions. Oh, I'm just going to go to a different diet. Oh, I'm going to try this pill. Oh, I'm going to, I heard so many people doing good on Ozempic, whatever. And I'm going to do that. And it's madness. It's attempting the same thing over and over again, expecting different results. When you change your thoughts and your feelings, your actions will automatically change. Now, I'm not saying don't take different actions. You want to take small actions because here's the thing. Thoughts, actions, or thoughts, emotions, actions, they kind of run in a circle, right? But if you take too big of an action shift, I'm going to diet today. Your thoughts are still the old thoughts. And this is why 2 weeks later, you're like, I can't do this stupid cardboard diet anymore. Because it's your thoughts that are leading you. And I'm not saying that diet doesn't taste like cardboard. First of all, you should enjoy your food. You have to enjoy your food. So when you change your belief, you're going to find a way to actually take away guilt and shame from your food choices. You're going to choose differently, and you're going to take small, different action. Now, a small change, I call it SCAR with my clients, small, consistent action. I'm going to drink an extra glass of water. Is starting to build a belief within you that you're worthy. I can do this. First, I can. And then second is, I'm worthy. I like to treat myself well. It feels good. So you start changing from within with small action steps, not big action steps, because you have to change your thoughts. That a repeated thought, by the way, is a belief. So you have to change your beliefs through a new repeated thought. Now, this is why affirmations don't work for most people. You are here, you believe you're overweight and whatever you feel about yourself. And then you want to get here where you feel great and skinny and healthy. And now people say, oh, say an affirmation. You're like, I'm skinny, I'm healthy, I'm skinny, I'm healthy. And your brain's like, no, you're not. Like, what are you talking about? So instead of doing that, I call it the bridge. Bridge this in between to say, every day I'm working on increasing my self-worthiness. Every day I'm working on becoming healthy. That's a bridge to point B. Okay? So that's where you want to get to. You have to regulate your central nervous system. Feeling safe, even in your body, is a priority. The reason why you may have high stress is because you don't feel safe in your body. And you may not realize that because you've been living like that for a really long time. So what happens is people are like, oh, I'm, on the go all the time. I'm running around like chicken with no head, like, oh, we're getting busy, 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 busy. And all that means is my central nervous system is dysregulated. My hormones are out of whack, and I'm moody. My hair is thinning. I can't regulate myself. You have to work on regulating your central nervous system. This is what I teach my clients. And once that changes, remember those thoughts and beliefs, they change easily. Remember those feelings, they're different because you have regulated your central nervous system. It's not thinking that there is a perceived danger in front of it. When your body doesn't feel safe, it's going to do things like gain weight around midsection to make it feel safer, because weight around the midsection is like an armor. It is protecting itself. What is it protecting itself from? I'm not big on therapy because therapy makes you dig into the past. I'm about rewiring your central nervous system today so that it doesn't have effect on you in the future. Because why would it? I don't want to give satisfaction on anybody who done me wrong in the past to still affect my life. And that's kind of how I hope you can look at it as well. And then, you want to look into nutrition to make it simple. You don't want to track, you don't want to obsess, you want to learn what works for you. Here's the thing, if your body doesn't feel safe, it's perceiving danger. So it's as if there's a bear in front of it right now and it has to fight or flight or freeze. Okay? It is not the time to think long term. Oh, what am I going to have for dinner tomorrow? If there's a bear in front of you, you're not thinking about dinner tomorrow. You're thinking about how do I escape right now, right? This is how your body is. So instead of thinking a long-term success, it's thinking right now. And it doesn't help that it gets addicted to dopamine. So when you have that cookie, you get dopamine hit. So how do you make nutrition simple? Well, remember those small action steps? That's what you do. You have to allow time for your taste buds to change. See, this is a shift, and it shifts everything all together. As your taste buds change and you start enjoying more of snacks that are healthy, obviously your action is slightly different, and you're starting to change how you think and feel about yourself. And then obviously then there's training, and it has to be some kind of training that fits your life. Everyone is going to benefit from building muscle. I can think we've been talking about muscle enough in society these days that we all know that we all need muscle. Muscle is crucial to determine the quality of your life. With that said, I don't recommend starting with weight training if gym freaks you out. Okay, if going to a gym freaks you out, and you don't feel safe in that environment, all you're going to do is, get that nervous system even worse. And you're going to go home and cry yourself to sleep with cookies because you're going to feel like you failed. So what do you do? Well, you find what you enjoy. Do you enjoy dancing? Do you enjoy hiking? Do you enjoy walking? Walking is simple. I can just go walk around the block. Do you enjoy working out at home? Do you enjoy swimming? Find that one thing that you like and schedule it 3 times a week and treat it like an appointment. Work around it. And when you treat it like an appointment and you don't move it for other things, you start believing you're worthy. See how that works together? So weight loss weight loss that lasts, I should say, doesn't come from more control, from more discipline, from more willpower. It comes from you becoming a version of you who naturally eats well, who naturally moves her body, who naturally takes care of herself, because that's who she is. And it's beautiful because you end up truly loving yourself in a healthy way that you respect yourself. And when you respect yourself, others will respect you too. The way other people treat you is the way you treat yourself and the way you let them treat you. So when you have a higher sense of worthiness, you're more likely to show up into the world. You're more likely to be a better person to everybody around. And I just want to quickly mention this is what I do. So make sure to subscribe to this channel if you haven't already, because this is what we're going to talk about. Yes, we talk about nutrition. Yes, we're talking about mindset. But the one thing that we're going to start talking about a whole lot more is actually how to regulate your central nervous system. If you're ready for a transformation, check out my website. It's lex.pro, Leks.pro. You can find out more about the full transformation through membership, through group coaching, or coaching. Either way, check out the other videos on this channel because you will get more information. If this speaks to you, send me a message, contact me. But if you take nothing else from this, take this. The version of you who already has the body, health, wealth, freedom that you want already exists. She's waiting on you to step into her. She's waiting on you to allow yourself to become her. And you once knew. When you came into this world, you were confident. You knew to ask what you need. You knew to effortlessly move. And then you lost it because society taught you that you're not worthy. So I'm here to show you you are. I hope you enjoy this. Make sure to subscribe, and I'll see you next time.